Have you ever looked at someone doing something that they love and thought, damn, I wish I was that good at anything? I have a friend who plays the guitar, and looking at him, you might think that he can play with his hands behind his back. He can make you feel any emotion that he wants. But knowing him for 15 years, I don't envy him at all. I don't want to be like him because he plays 6, but usually 8 to 10 hours a day, every single day. He lives and breathes the guitar, and there is nothing in the world that I feel that in love with. But the career world will make you feel like this is the baseline. If you look at any high-paid job requirements, you will see something like a bachelor's degree, maybe a master's degree, 3 to 5 years of experience, and a huge skill set. Going to university, I thought I have to get really good at this one thing to get a job. So essentially, I left all of my hobbies at the door. I had been playing guitar for years, writing poetry, making art, swimming, everything at the door. And I focused on this one thing. I started doing math in my free time, learning different languages, practicing, doing the theory, and I got a job and I got my grades and all of that. But after so many years trying to just become this master of that one thing, I realized I am not happy. I miss being able to express myself through art. I miss writing a poem. I miss losing myself in music. I want those things back. I recently watched a Tim Ferriss interview where he said there are people who are really, really good at something and it's their love of their life and they can become a specialist at that. I tried to be a specialist at programming, and with all my attempts and hard work, I didn't become one. Well, if you are not an expert specialist, then maybe it's better that you focus on a few things that you really can be very good at and have that very specific skill set be what sets you apart instead. I'm okay at programming, I'm good at content creation, I'm good at organization and productivity. Why not make that my specialty and be a specialized generalist, as he called it? Once I realized that I don't want to be just a specialist at that one thing. The people at my job, my boss, let me be more creative. I started making posters for our workshops. I would be asked design questions, some user experience questions, and people really valued that. I was the different one in the team who had a bit of a creative eye for things, a design perspective. The guests remembered that these were the workshops with the beautiful drawings outside of them. So that was a competitive advantage for our team. And I realized that there is not only a place for specialists, there is a place for specialists and specialized generalists and for generalists, and we all work together to create innovation and to bring each other forward. So then what makes a really successful set of skills? Well, intention and dedication. First, we have to explore. Never stop exploring. Try different things out, try new hobbies, and maybe some of them will stick. For me, I explored content creation, filmmaking, photography, and I realized that I really, really like that. So that's when things may become a passion. That's when you become intentional. And a passion means something that you have an affair with. It could either become a love or it could become something that fizzles out. You go really deep into that subject. You immerse yourself in it and see if this is the thing that you love or it's just a hobby. I went deep into that content creation. I discovered so many things that I love about it, and I realized this is my love. That is the highest level. Once you decide you love something, you need to understand that that takes dedication and discipline. There will be highs, there will be lows, but there is some form of contentment that you will always find in it because that's the thing you love, and you should keep trying. If we try to imagine the day-to-day life of my guitarist friend, sometimes we will find him practicing the same piece of a song over and over again, tediously learning some dry theory, and with that we have to understand that the thing you love, it's not always fun. There's going to be a lot of things about it that are not fun, but this does not mean that it's not your love. It doesn't mean that you're not passionate about it. There is a certain learning curve that we have to get to even gain that state of flow where we're just doing things, we're in the heat of it. We need to have a little bit of grit, especially in the beginning, and then we need to persevere. But we should not be dead set on it. If that love starts becoming something that you don't really love anymore, if it fizzles out and you tried your best, then we should also have the courage to let go of it. One thing you could do is explore for a certain time. Give yourself a real solid time period where you will do your best to explore a passion or a love. We underestimate the things we can do in a year or 3 years, and we overestimate the things we can do in 3 months. Your first few videos or your filmmaking endeavors might be horrible in 3 months because you just don't know all the theory that is. You don't just have to practice, you don't know how to hold the camera, the colors. So why would you be great in 3 months? If you instead give it 3 years or a year, you might see much more progress, and you will have a real understanding of whether you like it or not, whether it is for you or not. And remember, specialized generalists are a thing, specialists are a thing, and generalists are a thing, and there is a place for all of us in society and in this world, and we are all valuable. I know it can be super scary to find out who you are and to pursue multiple passions. That's why in my last video I shared how I quit my 10-year computer science career to find out what it is that I am really meant to do. Hopefully that video can inspire you, take you further on your journey, and at least give you a little bit of motivation.